Hello, everyone, and welcome to 7 Pillars. I'm James, a lawyer who spent years in the trenches fighting for real American freedom. And today we're talking about something that hits every single one of us right in the wallet. What if I told you America doesn't need to borrow a single dime from Wall Street banks to build our future? What if the whole idea that government has to go deeper into debt just to keep the lights on is the biggest financial myth we've ever been sold? Stick with me for the next few minutes because once you see this, you'll never look at taxes, deficits, or Washington the same way again. This isn't about left versus right. This is about sovereignty, real independence. And under the 7 Pillars framework, this is Pillar 4, public credit and national banking. The principle is dead simple. A sovereign nation must control its own money and credit. Because if you don't control the money, your freedom is just words on a piece of paper. Look, most Americans have been taught that government can only pay its bills by doing one of 4 things: print money, borrow money, raise taxes, or issue bonds. Borrowing and bonds, that piles up debt and forces our kids to pay interest forever. Taxes? That takes money straight out of your paycheck and kills spending power. Printing? Yeah, it can cause inflation if you go crazy with it. But here's what they never explain. If inflation is a risk either way, why on earth do we choose the path that adds massive interest payments on top of it? Why make the American people pay twice? Banks create money every single day. When you walk into a bank for a car loan or a mortgage, they don't pull cash out of a vault. They literally type the number into your account. New money created out of thin air through bookkeeping. That's how 95 to 97% of all the dollars in our economy come into existence. Private banks get to do it for profit. So let me ask you the question that changes everything. If private banks can create money, why can't a sovereign nation create its own money, but direct it toward things that actually build wealth instead of just enriching Wall Street? That's exactly what public credit used to mean in America. Alexander Hamilton and Abraham Lincoln both understood this. Public credit wasn't about endless debt. It was the nation using its sovereign power to issue credit for productive nation-building projects. Infrastructure, manufacturing, energy, science, small businesses. Money that creates real assets, not just more paper. That's Pillar 4 in action. Control your own money and credit so you can protect your independence. And we actually have a working example right here in America that proves it works. The Bank of North Dakota, a state-owned public bank founded in 1919. Instead of sending all the state's money to New York banks, North Dakota keeps it right there and uses it to partner with local community banks and credit unions. They fund farmers, small businesses, energy projects, students, real productive stuff. During the 2008 financial crisis, while the rest of the country was collapsing and banks were freezing credit, North Dakota kept lending. No bank failures, no recession, more jobs than people looking for work. Their economy actually grew while everyone else suffered. That's not luck. That's public credit done right. Money serving production, not speculation. Folks, this isn't just economics. This is Pillar 1, independence, in its purest form. Throughout history, nations didn't lose their freedom to invading armies first. They lost it to debt. When your government has to go begging to private lenders and pay them interest forever, you're no longer fully sovereign. The lenders become the real bosses. But here's the beautiful part. The power to create money was never the bank's power to begin with. We, the people, through our government, granted them that privilege. Somewhere along the line, we flipped the script, and the servant became the master. Public banking simply puts it back the way it was always meant to be, the nation as the creditor, the people in charge, and real monetary sovereignty restored. At 7 Pillars, we say freedom is a structure. Natural law is the foundation. These 7 pillars hold it up. And if the economic pillar collapses, the whole house falls. We cannot let that happen. So here's the practical solution. And it's not radical, it's common sense. Create a sovereign national banking system accountable to the people. Issue transparent public credit directed only at productive investments. Fund infrastructure, manufacturing, energy independence, and innovation. Keep the gambling side of Wall Street completely separate from the nation's development money. Money should serve production. Production should serve the American people. And the American people must remain sovereign. If you care about America's future, if you believe real independence still matters, then this conversation is crucial. Monetary sovereignty isn't some fringe idea, it's foundational. Without it, all the other freedoms become fragile. If this opened your eyes today, don't just sit there, smash that like button right now. We put real effort into digging up these facts and breaking them down for you in plain English. So go ahead and share this with one friend, one family member, one veteran, one entrepreneur, or one patriot who still believes in America's future. This isn't left or right. This is about sovereignty. This is about who controls our destiny. If you want more of this, hit subscribe to 7 Pillars and turn on notifications. Freedom doesn't sustain itself. It must be understood, it must be defended, and it must be rebuilt, pillar by pillar. Thanks for watching. I'm James. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.